going on, ladies and gentlemen, all across the world? It is the Men's Physique Show. Let's go, baby. I've got my boys, my brothers, all around the world here. These guys are like, who knows what continent my boys might be on. Let's start off first. Hailing out of Greece right now. Woo! Looking good with the background and the Mediterranean colors. The Australian voice of Men's Physique. Phil Naselli, let's go, baby.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And with the coolest Ray-Ban shades out in the game right now, hanging out there in Thailand, hopping from island to island, doing his thing, the heartbeat of Men's Physique, the man himself who started all of this right here, Hart McGrath, ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Let's go, Hart.
And it's the gaffer, Aline Bolton, out of Hotlanta. Yo. Man, we got a lot of shows this week. Boys, I think it's like 3-4 shows going on. Great athletes, top tier athletes. I mean, how you boys feeling? What's up?
I'm feeling good. I don't even think the IFBB can keep up with how many shows are going on this weekend because half of the shows aren't even on the schedule. But luckily for the Men's Physique world, we've got them covered. How are you feeling?
Turn up just a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. There you go.
I'm feeling incredible. I'm so excited to get into this video. Horde, as you heard it, we got 3-4 shows this weekend. We're going to focus on 3 of them, go into the most detail with Week 12 of Physique League, the Top Pro Super Show. The Toronto Pro is here, and I'm excited about this one because it's always exciting when we have a guy trying to defend his title. And if I'm not mistaken, Phil, how many times has Drew Cullen won this show?
I think this time around he's chasing his 3rd title. I think he's done it twice before. He's gone for number 3 this time around, but he's got some heavy competition on his tail, that's for sure. I mean, obviously Drew is going into this show as arguably the favorite. I mean, coming off 2 Toronto Pro wins. If he wins this one, he's officially called Mr. T. We've said it for weeks now, and for good reason. Like, take a look at the physique. He's made improvements every single week. We saw him at the Memphis show. We saw him at a show prior to that. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but he has gotten sharper and sharper every single week. He's said it. He's been on the record saying it. I've been on the record saying it, that he improves every single time he does jump on stage. With him and Cut, they're gathering data. They're very big data people. Drew's a coach. Cuts is a very good coach. They're all about the numbers. They're all about, the 1%ers. And I feel like Drew is going to come in even sharper than what we've seen in the past. He's going to pose even better than what he's posed in the past. And to mention, in addition to that, I should say, his back has gotten better and better and better as the months have gotten on. So in my eyes, Drew is definitely the favorite for this one. Gaffer, what do you think?
Before I go into exactly what I think, I want to just shout out a couple of our sponsors real quick. First of all, Manifest Board Shorts. Yo, love these guys. If y'all are not on this, Vibraniums, go ham. And the Mercenaries, go ham. Love these board shorts. Love what they're doing with their heroes and villains. Incredible. Metabolic is going bananas. I mean, so many athletes right now are getting down with Metabolic. Francisco Martinez, I think, is now with Metabolic. It's great for your kidneys, great for your health, great for your liver, your heart, all that stuff. I take them. Phil takes them. Hart takes them. Like so many athletes, open, classic, men's physique, women bikini, fit models. I mean, you name it. Whether you're on gear or not, this stuff helps you, and it's about your health. So I don't think that you want to wind up in the hospital like a lot of other athletes who just didn't have the information and the knowledge and have the resources, and now it's available. So why you wouldn't do it, I don't know. Why you would allow your liver and your kidneys and your heart to just get jacked up, I don't know. But anyway, Metabolic, fire. And then, of course, the doc, if you're looking for stem cells, you gotta check out the doc at the Wellness Center. He's incredible. They're doing great things over there. Dr. Swag himself, he's an IFBB pro himself. So when he administers the stem cells, not only does he go around the world teaching about stem cells and putting other doctors on how to administer it, what's a good stem cell from a bad one. The consultation is incredible, but he's working with so many athletes. I think Brandon is going out there. I know E-Man is going to be out there getting stem cells done and getting work done amongst, some classic guys who've already got it done. You want to make sure like you're at your optimum health for sure, and you don't have those lagging injuries that can prevent you from really showing up and showing out on stage and getting great workouts in. And then, of course, can't forget Physique. Let's go, Sai out there. A phenomenal platform which allows any athlete, any new amateur, anybody who's out there who's just looking for information, a Q&A, looking to hook up with link up, shouldn't say hook up, but link up with a coach or get diet information, posing information. Physique is the platform. You literally put your information in there, upload some pics, and then, pick who you want to respond back to you. And they do. And like you're literally talking to the pros. You're talking to us also because we're on Physique. And then I'm just hyped. So, yeah. And of course, Physique. How can I forget one of the best coach platforms, online coaches in the game? Avomp himself, the Australian Force of Men's Physique. Our boy Phil Naselli, that's him. If you're looking for a great coach, one of the greatest in the world who's talked to all these athletes and can give you gems upon gems, who's been there and done that himself, from diets to peptides to, training to you name it, he can posing. This is your guy. So anyway, speaking of Drew, bringing it full circle. Speaking of Drew, I pity a fool who go up against Drew in Toronto, okay? I'm on my Mr. T stuff right now because he's literally on the verge of being Mr. T. I don't know if Drew wins, if he's going to go with the Mohawk and start rocking a lot of jewels, a lot of chains and everything, gold chains. But man, I'm telling you, this guy is locked in. We've been talking to Drew behind the scenes. He's in his zone. His back continues to come up. The detail continues to be etched in. Love what he's got. I think he's the favorite, bro. I think he's the favorite. What you think, Hart?
There's a few men on this show that are going to make it very, very hard to pick a perfect three this week, because everyone there's 50% of people that have their eyes on Drew. There's 50% of people who have their eyes on Shun, and you can't deny why that would be the case. I mean, take a look at Shun. This is by far the best version of Shun Kaneko that I have ever seen. Even looking at this photo alone, like, the waist is in, the chest is full, the delts are in, the arms are in, the abs are in, the back is there. He's got the back that complements the front. He's got so many ticks next to every single point, every single bit of criteria. He meets every single one of them. Now, he did compete a few weeks ago at the Legion. I think he came 3rd or 4th, if I'm not mistaken, and he brought a damn great physique. I mean, at that show, everyone turned up. Chiron turned up. Aaron turned up. Everyone on that stage, that first call out, everyone was in shape. Everyone was dialed. At that show, you're splitting hairs. At this show, you're still splitting hairs, but in my eyes, you're splitting hairs between two of the best athletes in the world right now, Drew Cullen versus Shun Kaneko. So this is anyone's guess, and it's all going to come down to who peaks right. In my eyes, that's where the show's going to be won. It's not going to come down to individual body parts. It's not going to come down to the V-taper. They've both got beautiful V-tapers. Both got backs now. They've both got the body parts that every men's physique athlete is thriving for. It's all going to come down who's going to settle in Toronto the best, who's going to relax the best, who's going to reduce their cortisol the best, who's going to fuel up the best, who's going to be the hardest on stage, who's going to be the driest on stage. It's going to be anyone's guess. What Shun does have leading into this show, if I'm going to say one more point, is he's been training with full-time Mr. Olympia, Jeremy Buendia. That's got to play a part, even just mentally. Just listening to how Jeremy talks, being motivated by him. Jeremy, I've seen, has actually helped Shun with his posing at Stoic Gym as well. So this guy has everything going for him right now. I'm sure there's a flame lit under his butt right now, wanting this first pro show win for 2026. I know he wants the Olympia qualification. Is this weekend the show that he's going to collect his first 10 points? Gaffer, that was a long one, but I'll give it over to you now.
Hey, I hope that that Shun is already qualified for the when I'm out in Japan, because I want to have some sake with him. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for him, Joe Uzato. I want some sake with these guys. I think Shun absolutely, if he comes in peeled and conditioned, I think because his back is wider, he can absolutely take it from Drew. But you know what I think? And who I think actually, if anyone is going to take it from Drew, bonjour, mon frere, my boy Paul Gustave, our boy Paul Gustave. I think Paul Gustave, bro, has got just an incredible. Now he's officially signed to FIDE board shorts. And they've got some dope gear and everything. I think his confidence is at a all-time high. I think now he's got, some of the funds that's needed in order to really concentrate on the career, and he doesn't have to work as many jobs as he was working previously. And I'm so excited to see what he brings to the stage right now, because now he's all in. Now he's able to be damn near all in with his chips on just bodybuilding. instead of, having to split up his days with work with 3 different jobs. Now he's down to 1 or 2 jobs now. I think only 1, if I'm not mistaken, from what he told us. So, man, can't wait to see our boy Paul Gustave out there. Man, Mr. Iron Man himself, when he does that pose and he takes off, I know the judges are going to like that, especially if he comes in crispy and you can see all the striations and all the separation. I think he's going to just be off the chain. He's obviously got a huge back, huge chest. That's where he dominates. Shun is in the chest. I think he dominates Drew with the back. The posing is getting better. Drew obviously has incredible posing. So does Shun. Man, this is going to be a great, great show. You're right. It's splitting hairs, bro.
My question, just before I jump into how many frequent flyer points has Paul Gustave racked up in 2026? This guy's flying everywhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Where is he not? Yeah. Definitely. I think he's a dark horse. I think he can win the show. One thing I noticed, I was getting sports therapy the other day with Kelly Trust. She's a pro fit model. She's a sports therapist also. And she had pointed something out. We were talking about Tariq. His lats are super wide, but he needs to. He probably. I'm sure he's getting some body work done. But the last show, it looked like he didn't go as wide. He didn't release his lats as much as he could have. So sometimes getting that body work done can help your look. It typically does help you look. It definitely doesn't hurt it, and you can really get your lats even wider out and give you an even more exaggerated looking physique. Definitely with the striations and everything, with grassing and so forth and so on. So I hope he's getting some work done. But yeah, I think he's a dark horse for sure. Absolutely. I mean, I've competed with Chevy at the Alabama show. I've seen him straight up, like on stage right then and there and backstage, the whole 9. And cool dude, man. What a great personality. He's got a look to him, handsome guy, but definitely has a look, has the chest, definitely has the parts. And I think a lot of times it's the conditioning and it's just a little bit more size. And he continues to put that on. I mean, it's just where he's at in his journey. So it's going to be interesting to see how he shows up, but certainly a guy who not only picks his shows really well, but also showcases his physique really well and has a great personality in addition to that. So he's talking to judges, he's talking to the stagehand people behind the stage and everything like that. And everyone just likes this guy. So he's likable also. And that transmits when he's on stage. So yeah, it's going to be dope to see him on stage. I do think he can crack the top 3 if somebody's off, but the guys in front of him, he's got his work cut out for him because he's got some really great guys in front of him.
Okay, Aleem Bolton for the 2026 Toronto Pro. He no longer has Mr. T taking it. Drew Cullen falling right behind Shun Kaneko in first, Drew second, and Paul in third. I like that. I wonder if that'll sway the people's votes at all here in the next few days.
I just think Shun's got that. He's got the back. He's got the width. Yeah. Oh, let's see Phil. His Savoy is dope. Bro, I love his core. His core is dope. I just think his back is not wide enough right now with the other athletes that are going to be up there. And I think that pec tear prevented him from actually coming in this year with a fuller chest. I definitely am going to be keeping my eye on Savoy all next year, like big time. I like this guy a lot. Saw him live. Great physique. Really great physique. Gochez. I love this guy's physique, man. And Gochez and I have spoken numerous times. I mean, at the Arnold, he came up. He showed so much love. Mentioned that before. Saw him at multiple shows. Memphis Pro, at so many shows. Gochez and I have linked up and been able to chop it up. I love the blue shorts. It's sad that he's not going to be rocking the Manifest shorts, and especially those teal blue. Love those. But it doesn't matter which shorts this guy puts on because the muscle is there. The flow is there. He's got a couple of changes that he needs to make from a conditioning perspective, but outside of that, this guy has a full chest, complete arms, complete shoulders, has a great back, not a good back, has a really great back, and some of the best wheels in town. I mean, when you look at his calves, there aren't open guys with calf muscles that are striated and as dense and as wide as his calf muscles. This guy is crazy with the legs, with the wheels. So I have him, man. He's one of the best personalities, a humble dude. Will talk to any fan, puts the time in with the fans, and he's just a phenomenal person, man. So love Ghosh. Yeah, I got Ghosh coming in first for sure.
It's a hard one to decide. It's a hard one to pick because he's just so unpredictable. I mean, the internet in Europe is absolutely terrible. So if I drop off another 3 times, you know exactly what happened. But I hope he comes in shape. I hope he comes in peeled because, I mean, this is his show to lose. I mean, he's currently the champion of this show. He's got a couple of good athletes on his tail. I know Andre Ferguson, he wants redemption after what happened at Legion. He needs to come in shape because if he doesn't come in shape, you've got someone like Andre who will come in shape and will make someone like Ghosh look 6 weeks out if he needs to. So I hope for his sake he does dial it in. I hope he does come in shredded. But I mean, it's going to come down to how he looks on the day. Like I said, it's anyone's guess at this point. I mean, only Team Ghosh know exactly how he looks right now. But yeah, I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm definitely not betting. Sorry, Ghosh. I hope he doesn't kill me on this one, but I'm not betting on this one. I can't now. I just shot myself in the foot with that one. Damn. But someone that I will bet on this week is on. When was this?
He doesn't come in condition sometimes. When he comes in condition, it's hard to beat this guy, bro. Like, look.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, he's got the parts. Yeah. No, I was just saying he's got the parts. Who I'm talking about next? Andre Ferguson. I think Andre Ferguson has... No. I got this. Andre has a lot on the line because obviously the last week or so, everyone's been talking about it, especially after Legion. He didn't come in, the way that he wanted to come in. He was talking a big game. He came in at 4th. Posing, by the sounds of it, was the issue that he believes was one of the reasons why he placed where he did. Now, I think he needs to redeem himself. And I feel like everything that's been said and spoken about online is the fuel to this guy's fire right now. He's going to come into this show red hot. He wants to redeem himself after what happened at Legion. I'm sure he's fixed that posing up. I hope he's fixed that posing up because now I don't think the men's physique world wants to hear the excuses anymore. I think Andre now just needs to deliver. And I feel like this is the show where he is going to shut a lot of people up, where he's going to shut all the haters down, and he's going to deliver. So I've actually got Andre winning this one. Gaffer, what do you think?
Man, I absolutely got to give a lot of props to Andre for being, over 40. Love the look, bro. Love the look. That's Dre all day, right there. That's classic, right there. Hold on, I'm taking a picture of that because that's gonna be my screensaver. Hold on a sec. I gotta take that. Yo, seriously though, Dre has a phenomenal shape, man. I mean, he's the most winningest pro show winner in men's physique in history. I think he's just an incredible athlete. But the problem with Dre is one, he talks that talk. And when you talk that talk and you don't win and you don't back it up, the reality is other people who are like you are now going to throw even more fuel and flames on you because they're cut from the same cloth. And they talk shit and you talk shit and they're like, okay, well now since you didn't do what you said you were going to do or even coming close is relative, right? 4th place, I think, is a great finish for most people. But if you're saying you're going to win the Olympia, then 4th place at a show like Legions, you should have won that show then, right? Because you can't make that claim, or at least you should be top 2. So I think, yeah, he said he's going to win the O. So the question, he said, I can win the O. I'm going to win the O on the show with Alex in it. So I think that when you talk that type of talk, and you also have been notoriously been known to really go hard on athletes that are top tier athletes that don't perform well. They don't, maybe they come in 2nd or 3rd at a very stacked show or something. And you're like, oh, they looked horrible. They look like crap. When you say that, people don't forget that. And, they go, okay, well, let's see what you got. And then you don't come anywhere near that. They're placing at a similar show. Oh, you're going to hear it. Because if you talk the talk, you got to be able to walk the walk. You got to be able to, if you dish it out, you got to be able to eat from it too. And I don't think that, talking to folks, over talking them and stuff like that makes you right. I think that, it's only gonna make you look like you don't have it all together, and you know that you didn't come in at your best, and probably the league has moved on. I will say this, going against Gochez is one of the biggest and fullest athletes in men's physique right now. And Dre has come down in size from his 2018 look. So when I'm doing comparisons to what he used to look like and how long it takes from muscle to actually stick to the skeletal frame, unless you're starting to put, oil into your muscles to make them look bigger on the day of the show, I don't think that there's enough time, just logically speaking and biologically speaking, there's just not enough time for him to put on the type of muscle to stand out against a guy like Gochez, in my humble opinion. So I think he can beat him in the conditioning part, but I don't think he's going to have him everywhere else. So for that reason, his legs have come down, his shoulders have come down, chest has come down a little bit too. Core still looks incredible. I got Gochez over Drew for that reason. I mean, Dre for that reason. But Dre, that's another great face, bro. But man, Dre, love the energy, of course, and love that he's out here 40 plus years and still rocking and doing his thing with all these young cats and still placing high, man. So I think if he didn't have that Dre, talk shit about athletes attitude, I think he'd be getting crazy props right now from everybody, just from a Iron Man perspective, longevity, still having a great look and still plays him relatively well at shows. I mean, I think that, he'd be getting crazy props right now from everybody across the board, but you gotta lay in the bed that you make. So that's what I gotta say about that. Oh my God, I forgot Victor. Bro, I mean, once you see Victor Ramirez, you kind of know, like, the boxes are checked, bro. He's coming in condition 100%. Victor Ramirez is never out of shape and not in condition when he steps on stage. He's gonna be peeled. So I got Victor Ramirez, man, and I got Gochez second, and then I probably got Andre third. There we go.
How was this interview with him? What'd you pick up on his personality, his character? Tell us about him.
Dude, he's so humble, man. He's a great guy, and we were actually gonna go grab a bite together, and I wound up catching up with Edvon, and we went and ate. But Victor is like a humble guy. He loves our show. He watches our show, obviously. He had his cameraman with him. He watches our show as well. They were giving us mad props. He was looking forward to doing the interview with us. So as soon as he came off the stage right here, he jumped right on and said, "Hey, dude, like, I'm ready." His English is not the greatest, so he spoke in Spanish, just so that we could flow through the interview and whatnot. I understood like probably every other word. I absolutely got to get my Spanish on and Portuguese. But this guy, man, is just humble dude, love to tan, just wants to win, man, wants to be the best version that he can be and just represent. And he's got that dookie fat ring right there. Look at that ring, boys. That thing looks like he just won the NBA or the Super Bowl chip. So congrats to Victor. Man, he gets this second one. It's going to be dope. And then you see, of course, George Brown come up behind us with the cookies because we were supposed to have some cookies together. But representing. Speaking of cookies, by the way, we have an official cookie sponsor now. What's that? We have an official cookie sponsor. That's right, Alpha Cookies. Hey, Alpha Cookies, man, they've got some dope cookies. Me and the boys are so happy to have this relationship with them because I love their cookies. I mean, everybody eats them. We all eat them. We all jump in. All the athletes are into Alpha Cookies. They keep it right. They have some beautiful and amazing combinations. Really, really tasty. They don't taste like chalk or anything like that. The cookies go hard, and we got some special cookies coming out for the three of us that are going to be dropped. And you'll be able to get a box of 3. Each one of our special cookies here soon. So shout out to Alpha Cookies, man. It's so great to have them as a partner, and they're doing phenomenal things over there. Raymond, he's an athlete himself, an IFBB pro men's physique. His wife Heidi is the one who's the baker. We got put on from Emmanuel Hunter. We had those cookies with Carlos Ocran and Emmanuel Hunter. Tastes great. They got some dope flavors, like I said. Man, very creative, very tasty. and they'll get you right. And they're cost effective, so you got to love it. Shout out.
We were just talking about him all the time, and he's had a long off season. He says, "In 5 days, are you ready? Delhi, India." And he looks good. Hopefully he comes in even more condition come showtime. I'd like to see a little bit more detail, but it's that and he's super flat, clearly, right? He's not pumped up to the gills like you can kind of see in this cover photo here. But man, it'd be hard for me to count out Anik Ghosh. I just feel like whatever him and his team are doing, Gaffa, they're going to pull it together.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% too, brother. When I look at his conditioning right now, his conditioning is not as crispy as it's been when he's won shows, in my opinion. Doesn't mean there's not enough time to get there, but I mean, that's better looking. That's because it's from last year. Yeah. So, I mean, the conditioning is the key here for him. And he's got to just be locked in. He's got to own that look. But is anyone going to beat him with the flow of how he poses? He controls the timing of his posing. He stands upright. He keeps his chest up. He's got perfect placement of his feet. He knows, he smiles and has a very happy look when he's on stage. Got a really, really good back, especially compared to a lot of the other Indian athletes right now. So I just think that he's a little bit further in his journey than the other athletes that are going to be in this show. And he's got more polish. And I can't wait to see the look that he brings. If he brings that look, there's no way he's losing. That's the only question I think we have right now, Hart, is Anik Ghosh going to be shredded? And when he's shredded, he's a very, very difficult athlete to beat. I mean, he's top 15 probably when he's totally shredded in the world. What do you think, brother?
I agree with you. It's such a special men's physique shape coming out of India. Anik's shape is just, I love it. It's balance. I just see balance everywhere when I think about and look at Anik's physique. I love the midsection when he's crispy, when he's dry, when he's conditioned. It's such a beautiful aesthetic midsection. Very balanced chest, balanced arms. He has a good back. I think that is balanced as well. He's a manifest teammate, part of that mercenary crew at Banks. I love it.
Let's go.
I hope he comes in, like you said, like this. When he comes in like this,
down here. Yep. You know what I like about him real quick too? The Indian athletes, brother, is when you look at the Indian athletes, you see them training together. You see that with the athletes from Brazil as well and from China. Like a lot of times, these athletes from outside of the States are training together. And I'm not saying that, athletes here in the States don't do that, but it's just the camaraderie, man. The camaraderie, I think, is you'll see Edvon and Emerson working out together. Vitor jump in there with them. Like, these guys are like brothers. It's like collaboration, not competition. And yeah, when you step on stage, it's competition, but it's more so the collaboration that leads up to it. And then it's like, hey, we gotta win. We gotta see who's gonna get this one, right? Who's gonna get the W? Incredible guy, like you said. I agree with everything. Remember how humble he was when he signed with Manifest, and we were all talking, and he was like, "Man, it just changed my life." Like that's what you love to see, man. When the impact is made, it's a great fit. And now he's able to continue to influence so many other athletes, potential athletes that are up and coming in India, and be a beacon, be a North Star for a lot of the Indian kids that are coming up right now, man. It's dope to see. Yeah, agreed. Well, let me do this then. Hey, if you've watched our entire show, we have to give a special shout out to the people who are powering our show. Metabolic supplements, again, great for your liver, your heart, your kidneys. It's from a doctor who studied physiques, who studied all this and has put the perfect combination to keep us healthy so that, anyone on or off of gear just has functional kidneys, functional heart, and functional liver. So love the supplements for sure. 100%. MPShow is the code. Of course, Manifest board shorts. Woo! Let me pull out some other ones real quick. Storm Chaser. Gotta love these. Manifest board shorts. They're dope. They're fire. Let's go. Enough said. And then, of course, we've got the center of wellness and pain care from Dr. Swag himself for all your stem cells. Before you go get surgery, before you get cut open, before you do any of that stuff, you should at least get a consultation from the doc. Special discount there too for you. MPShow, they take health insurance as well. You want to shout them out 100%. Check the bottom, check the link. And then, of course, we've got Physique. Physique is great. If you're looking for an online coach, you're looking for a coach that is going to give you customized program, a customized plan, not a one-size-fits-all plan. You want to get with Phil Naselli. Physique is the way to go. Online coaching, diet, posing, training. He covers it all, as well as mindset. And then Physique, so dope. What a platform. Platform that if you have those Q&A and you have quick questions and you're not with Phil yet, or you don't know where to go, and you're looking for a specific bikini coach, or you're looking for a bikini athlete who can just give you some information and give you something so basic like, hey, what's it like to transition from amateur to pro? Or, what should I expect as an amateur going into an MPC show my first time and whatnot? Go to Physique. Physique, you'll find all your answers there. You find people who you can talk to and reach out directly, and they will respond to you, including us, as well as Alpha Cookies. Alpha Cookies, the cookie brand that is sponsoring and empowering the Men's Physique Show. We got 3 dope cookies, a box of cookies that are going to be out for sale soon. We got our flavors in. Can't wait to see how this looks. They taste incredible, I'll tell you that. Any cookie that I've tasted from them has been phenomenal and amazing. Thanks and shout out to E-Man for putting this on, because we love cookies. We're like cookie monsters over here, the 3 of us. So anyway, that's what we got. MPShow is the code for any discount. Use it. Don't lose it. And boys, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing. Subscribe to our Instagram. All right, that's it. We're out. Double peace for Phil too. Peace.